Dr. Shola has reacted to a Daily Mail front page titled Queen's Fury Over Naming of Baby Lilibet. Brian, tell us, what did Dr. Shola say about this?
First of all, Dr. Shola is angry, like you all are. You see how UK media, even a baby, is not exempt from UK cable media bullying. Even a child, an innocent baby, UK media can't even find the strength just to even act even morally responsible, even for a second, not to go after a child. Bullying a baby over name is one of the lowest that someone can go. And clearly, honestly, I am not surprised that this is what UK media are doing. I am not surprised. I am really just disappointed. Disappointed to see how Charles and William are approving all these attacks against Harry and Meghan's daughter, Lilibet. You know? And Dr. Shola has reacted with anger and with reason, you know, on how many of us are feeling. She simply shared our exact thoughts about what is happening right now. A baby is being bullied over a name. I mean, it's so sad to see what is happening. And it is quite disgraceful to see the actions of the UK media going after a child. And let me share with you all exactly what Dr. Shola said on her ex, formerly called Twitter account. She said this, and I quote, "God give me strength. People have lost their minds. Harry and Meghan did not need anyone's permission, least of all Queen Elizabeth's, to name their child Lilibet. The fact they got her blessing was out of respect, not even necessity. It was not even about, necessity. It wasn't even necessary to get her, support over naming Lilibet, Lilibet after the Queen. It wasn't even necessary. Harry and Meghan did that out of respect. So I agree with the first point that Dr. Shola has said. Harry and Meghan, if you want to name a child, you choose a name you believe is perfect for the child that you love. And that is what Harry and Meghan did. Harry chose to name his daughter, who he loves, with all his heart, with all his soul, with all his might, after the Queen. Harry also loved his grandmother. Harry mourned his grandmother when the Queen passed away. And now to see how his daughter is being bullied over a name by the UK media. I mean, even the so-called carnival or so-called experts who are now attacking Harry over this stuff, or Meghan over this stuff, or even right now Lilibet over this stuff. Someone needs to ask them, did you ask permission from anyone to name your daughter, the name that you gave your child? I can tell you that most never did anyone's permission to name their child, however they named their child. And Harry and Meghan are no exception. Their parents will love their daughter, and they chose a wonderful, beautiful name for their baby girl, Lilibet Diana. Princess Lilibet Diana. And also, Dr. Shola said this. Number 2, the name Lilibet predates Queen Elizabeth. For goodness sake, she did not own it or create it. I like the second point that Dr. Shola made. Even the name that I'm called myself, Brian, I don't own this name. There are millions or billions of Brians in this world. There are millions, and there'll be even more people named Brian. I don't have ownership over this name. Lilibet also, the nickname the Queen was given, because she couldn't pronounce her name. Also, she herself, she doesn't own the name Lilibet. She did not trademark the name Lilibet. Even Harry and Meghan themselves, they can't trademark the name Lilibet. Others also can choose to name their children Lilibet. Harry and Meghan's son Archie is called, Archie. There are also millions of Archies across the world. It isn't just one Archie. There are millions of Archies across the world. And guess what? Harry and Meghan didn't need to ask permission from those who were called Archie if they could name their son Archie. So this attempt at trying to portray that somehow, Harry and Meghan needed to ask permission from the Queen to name their daughter this or that, or my family to name even their son even Archie, to ask permission. It is wrong. It's a lie. Harry and Meghan did not need to ask anyone permission to name their daughter anything. They have a right to choose what to name their daughter. And also, someone else also will name their child Lilibet also, because they like the name that Harry and Meghan chose for their daughter. It's like that. Same to Archie also. Someone out there, so Harry and Meghan named their daughter Archie, they named their son, Archie, and they also decided to name their son Archie. They never went to ask Harry and Meghan to ask the permission. Hey, Harry and Meghan, can we name, our son Archie after your son? They never did that. So it's absurd really even to see that this is a debate really in the UK media. It tells you really that they've had nothing for weeks to talk about. A couple of days ago they were whinging about Harry being named, or inducted into the Living Legends of Aviation Hall of Fame. And today they're whinging about Lilibet being called Lilibet. That somehow Harry and Meghan needed permission for the Queen to name their daughter Lilibet. It's insulting and it's so wrong. And I know why the media are doing this. They're doing this because they have a vendetta against Harry and Meghan. And now they're going after their daughter to get to Prince Harry and Meghan, to make them angry, to make them upset, to make them pissed off. Because any parent would be angry. Any parent who loves the child would be angry to their daughter or son being bullied by anyone. And sadly, Archie, Lilibet have been bullied by the UK tabloid press. And no wonder Harry is in court trying to get security to protect his children. And clearly, one of the biggest threats, I can say they are a threat, it really is the UK tabloid media, who keep on wondering, why does Harry even need security? Harry needs security because of you, because of your actions, because of your propaganda, your hate campaign against Harry and Meghan. That's why Harry needs security, because of what you're doing, because of this bullying a baby over a name. And you wonder why some neo-Nazi podcasters were arrested a couple of days ago, or actually were jailed a couple of days ago, because of, saying, vile things about Archie and also over terror offenses. Basically, the reason they feel entitled to say those negative things about Archie is because of the action of the UK media. I don't see a difference between what UK media are doing right now, targeting a baby over a name, to what those neo-Nazi podcasters, those insulting racist comments they made about Archie. There's no difference. They're one and the same. And something has got to be done about the UK tabloid press. Somebody has got to sit down and tell them what they're doing is wrong. And I'm happy that Dr. Shola is someone who is always vocal in his support for Harry and Meghan. He's someone who truly is the voice of reason in all this. And she's saying, no one needs permission to name their daughter anything. Even Dr. Shola herself can't decide to name her kids. If she ever wants another child, let's say, she can say, I want to name my son Archie. It's her decision. Even you at home, if you want to name your son Brian after me, or Archie after Harry and Meghan, you can do that. You don't need my permission to do it. You can do it. But to see this being turned into a debate, really, it isn't even a debate. It's about bullying Harry and Meghan, and attacking their child. Their child. It is disgraceful, the actions of the media. And they wonder why Prince Harry is suing them. They wonder. And Dr. Shola also says this, that, what grandmother in her right mind would be angry at her great-grandchild being named to honor her? What UK media have done, or Robert Hardman, in his book, who's the one who has written these so-called, claims, what he has done is portray the Queen in a negative light. If it's true what he's saying, and I'm not saying it's the truth, what he's doing right now is that he's portraying the Queen in a negative light. The Queen who they said they loved so much, the Queen who they said that they respected so much, is now being used. Her name is being dragged to the mud by the UK media just so they can make money off of their ongoing hate campaign against Harry and Meghan. They never ever cared about the Queen. And no wonder, even after the Queen passed away, King Charles was busy abusing Meghan Markle in a phone call to Prince Harry. William also was busy being petty, not answering Harry's phone call. Clearly also calling his father Charles, telling him, tell Harry not to bring Meghan. William also was fully behind that. I firmly believe that, in my opinion. I firmly believe that also. That's why even when the Queen passed away, instead of UK media mourning the Queen they said they loved, cared, admired so much, the Queen who they said never ever put a foot wrong, instead of mourning the Queen, they were busy bullying Harry and Meghan during the mourning period after the Queen passed away. What happened when the Queen passed away? Those scenes were terrible. Even Harry said it was a horrible reaction from his family. Those were Harry's words about what they were doing behind the scenes. And I'm glad that Harry spoke about that in his memoir, Spare. Because no grandmother, first of all, in the world would ever be angry. No good grandmother would ever be angry that, their grandson, or their granddaughter has been named after her. No grandmother or grandson, no grandmother basically will be angry that, their sons or grandkids have named their great, grandchildren, after them. No person will be angry about that. No person will ever be angry or upset about that. What UK media are portraying right now, they're saying that the Queen was angry, that Harry had named his daughter Lilibet after her. No good grandmother, no caring grandmother would ever be angry that you've named, your son, your daughter after them. No good grandmother who loves you, who cares about you. No person would ever do that. So really, what UK media are doing right now is they're dragging the Queen's name to the mud just to score some points against Harry and Meghan, just to bully a baby over a name. It is disgraceful. I mean, let anyone show me what other royal child in the royal family, ever has to go through this, ever has to deal with this bullying. None. Only Archie, only Harry and Meghan's daughter Lilibet. And it is so sad, it's so wrong. I'm heartbroken for Harry and Meghan because of what they have to deal with on a daily basis coming from the UK media. And this same carnival of so-called experts go on TV and say, we want Harry back, but then you treat his kids with disrespect. But then you treat his wife, Meghan, also with enormous disrespect. And you say you care about Prince Harry. You don't. And you never cared about him. And clearly, if the Queen was angry, if she was angry, and I'm not saying she was, my family, I'm not saying she was. If she was angry, then clearly she was not a good grandmother to Prince Harry. Clearly, she wasn't a good great-grandmother to Harry and Meghan's children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet Diana. Clearly, she wasn't, if she was angry. For my family, once again, I do believe that all this stuff, these hit pieces being written about Harry and Meghan, are just full of lies, designed to once again, target Prince Harry and to hit Harry where it hurts. Remember, UK media are angry because Harry is suing them. Harry already won. his court case against the Mirror. And UK media did not like that even one bit. They don't like that Harry won his court case against the Mirror. And they want to retaliate against Prince Harry. And what are they doing? They're targeting those he loves. Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. And it is so wrong to see that even a child, you know, some people think that racism is just about calling someone the N-word, that you can only be racist if you call someone the N-word. It's wrong. You know, that's not what it is in my family. That isn't what it is. You know, racism is how Lilibet is currently being bullied over her name. You know, of how UK media are portraying that Lilibet was unworthy of being called on name of the Queen, or because clearly of her race. Because the other royal kids in the royal family are named Elizabeth, so the Queen. UK media don't seem to have a problem about that. Senior members of the royal family also don't seem to have a problem with the other royal kids being called Elizabeth. They only have a problem with Lilibet being named as the Queen. And it is so wrong. It is so wrong and so sad to see what they are doing. And Dr. Shola also said this, that I have very strong views about Queen Elizabeth as monarch and her legacy. But even I am flabbergasted at these spurious claims that do nothing but blight her character and also judgment. What is happening right now, my family, is that already they are attacking the Queen's character and judgment. That's what they're doing. And they're portraying her in a very negative light. You know, what they think is that they are undermining her and Meghan. In reality, to those who use common sense, it isn't a good idea to portray or say the Queen had a problem with her biracial great-granddaughter being named after her. It is, you are only hurting the Queen's image. That UK media, like to say that they care about the Queen. They have never ever cared about the Queen. They have never ever cared about her even one bit. And the actions that they're doing right now, they're damaging the Queen, her legacy, her memory, you know, by doing what they're doing, targeting a child. It's only embarrassing the Queen. And Dr. Shola said that, you know, if these unnamed sources and ladies thought that this would damage Harry and Meghan, they're wrong. The Daily Mail has successfully dredged up a dead Queen and given her name a beating in order to profit off of defaming Harry and Meghan again. Shameful. Once again, it's clear what they're doing right now. And they put a photo of Harry and Meghan on the front page to bully them over, you know, a name, their daughter's name. It is shameful. And they think that somehow this is, you know, painting Harry and Meghan in a negative light. It is not. It is not. And the sad thing is, monarchists who support the monarchy, when they see this stuff, their reaction will be to also target Lilibet, Harry and Meghan's daughter, which my family, they have. Sadly, I can say that they have also targeted her. And also Archie. That will be their reaction, to be racist towards them, to see them as being unworthy of being part of the monarchy. So whenever you see this, you know, attacks towards Archie and Lilibet online, it's because the royal family has fully shown UK media and trolls online it's okay to go after Harry and Meghan and even their kids. And it's so wrong what the family is doing. And Harry must never ever trust senior members of the royal family like Charles, you know, William or Kate or Camilla ever again. And what they're doing right now is so wrong. What they're doing is so wrong. I am even heartbroken once again for Harry and Meghan, for once again having to see that their daughter is being bullied over her name, is being deemed unworthy by the royal family to be called Lilibet or to be named after the Queen. It is heartbreaking. It is so sad, and I'm really disappointed. I mean, how do you feel, Eunice?
Actually, just listening to you, I was just thinking, Lilibet will finally grow up if she gets a hold of this book. And remember also, internet never forgets. How will she feel? What will she think?
Sad.
It's really sad.
Sad. It's very sad, because in the future, even though Lilibet Diana won't be able to see social media right now because she's so young and her parents will protect her. But in the future, to see that someone is, for example, for Archie, to hear that the king, his grandfather, had concerns about his skin color. Or Kate, who's also the future queen of the UK, also had concerns about his skin color. It will be heartbreaking for them to find out about that in the future. For Lilibet Diana, being bullied over a name that your loving parents have chosen for you, also heartbreaking. So really, when we talk about racism, some people think that it's just about, the N word. It is not. It's how you bully a biracial child in the royal family over a name, but you're okay with the other, white members of the royal family naming their kids after the queen. But you're not okay with Harry and Meghan. Meghan is biracial, her daughter being named Lilibet after the queen. It is so sad. That is racism in itself. That is racism in itself. And I'm so heartbroken to see that even at such a young age, Lilibet, Harry and Meghan's daughter, is being subjected to racism by the UK media. It is heartbreaking to see this happening in real time. Heartbroken on Harry and Meghan's behalf, and I hope that they keep on holding their kids tighter every single day before they go to sleep. Every day when they wake up, hold their kids tighter, and just keep on working and working super hard for them. What I do pray and hope for in the future is that Lilibet and Archie will never ever be at the mercy of Charles and William for money or for anything. Never, because that will be a very, very big mistake. Those people can never be relied to treat, Archie and Lilibet Diana well. And I remember the words of a role expert called Duncan Lancombe, who said when Archie comes of age, the child is going to have fun. Already, Lilibet, they're having fun with her. And look what they're doing. Bullying her over a name. Just imagine for a second if they had full access to Harry and Meghan's kids. A couple of months ago, this carnival also called experts were asking for full access to Harry and Meghan's kids, Archie and Lilibet Diana. Now imagine the ones who are bullying Lilibet over a name having full access to Lilibet. Just imagine what they do. So I can't even imagine that, because it's a terrible thought. And Harry and Meghan protecting their kids' privacy, they're being proven right every single day of why they have to protect their kids, of why Harry is in court right now fighting for the safety of his kids, because the threats, they're coming from the UK media. They're coming from the Daily Mail. And those threats are being waged not just towards Harry and Meghan, but also towards their kids. And it is so wrong to see what is happening right now with the ill treatment that Harry and Meghan's kids are being subjected to by the UK media, who say, the attacks on Meghan have nothing to do with racism. Then why are you attacking Lilibet Diana? Why are you attacking Archie, Harry and Meghan's son? Why are you doing it? Clearly, you are lying when you say it has nothing to do with race, because it has everything to do with race. And that's why you're going after them. And if you think that by doing this, that somehow Prince Harry will drop his cases against you, against the UK media, it's never going to happen. Harry won't drop his legal cases against UK media by them keeping on targeting him, his family. No, it won't happen like that. The reason why even Harry has these cases ongoing is because of UK media, of what they keep on doing, this harassment, this hounding, this abuse, this targeting his kids, his wife Meghan. That's the reason, Harry is suing them. And if they think that Harry will drop his cases, by them going after his daughter or Archie or Meghan, like what they're doing right now even, and what they've been doing for a very long time, then guess what? It's not going to happen. Harry will keep on suing the media, and Harry will keep seeking justice. And I do hope that some carnival, also called experts, who engage in phone hacking, who engage in a lawful gathering of information, are jailed for their illegal actions. And thank you once again so much to Dr. Shola for being vocal, being someone who supports Harry and Meghan, for being someone who is the voice of reason. Thank you so much, Dr. Shola. And even to read some comments under Dr. Shola's, post on X, formerly Twitter, even someone said that you are correct, Dr. Shola. Harry and Meghan did not need permission. Indeed, very true. As usual, it's also despicable to see Lilibet Diana being bullied over a name. Lilibet is so cute. They are her parents, and they have a right to give the child a name. And Lilibet is a cute name for baby girl Lilibet. People are angry to see how, a child is being bullied over a name. I think, you can also see the same thing. People are angry to see that a child is being bullied over a name, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. UK media, it's so low to go after a child. It's so low to go after a child. Leave Lilibet alone. Leave Archie alone. Leave Prince Harry and Meghan alone. Let them live in peace. Stop hounding them. Stop abusing Harry and Meghan. Let Harry and Meghan live in peace. That's what UK media should do, and that's what they need to do. And my family, we are never going to stop, calling for them to leave Harry and Meghan alone. Now, you tell us your thoughts about what we have just discussed. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet and Doria. God bless and all of you members of Squad at Home. My name is Brian.
And I'm Eunice. Stay tuned
to our next video. Hello, members of Squad Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Squad Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.